Hello and welcome to another playthrough of Ancient Domains of Mystery. This is mainly to just test my recording settings, and I had some audio crackling in my other videos, so I'm trying to fix it, but I don't want to try and fix it with the Lithium Man challenge run I have going on, so I'm starting a new game with a completely randomized character again, and we'll see. Oh, another troll, and this time a beast fighter. Okay, beast fighters are also quite strong in melee, and again I'm gonna take the alert talent because I only get to choose one, and it is the prerequisite for treasure hunter, so I'm gonna name this one Rectestotrol. Well, the goal here is basically just stream, record for 1 hour to see if I get some audio crackling or not. So, well, let's see, a beast fighter, a troll. We could go for a normal run, but just in case we get really lucky and find some nice stuff, I'm gonna go to this village, the outlaw settlement, to make my first kill. The first kill is important if we are going for a ultra ending, so let's see if I can. I have a heavy club that is of no interest to us because we are a beast fighter. They get heavy penalties when using melee weapons, so we're gonna be unarmed for basically the whole game. Of course, missile weapons we can use and should use. But first, okay, so I'm already chaotic, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill this beggar as my first kill. Beggars basically only just spawn here in this village only, so we are not gonna be accidentally killing them anywhere else. So our first kill will we can control the amount of enemies we kill really easily, and it's relevant to a ultra ending quest. So I would prefer to actually throw something. Yes, don't drop alignment even more. If a enemy is or a monster is friendly, they have a green health bar and they are not hostile. And if you attack them with this screen, like it'll ask you if you really want to attack. If you do choose yes here, then your alignment will drop drastically. But if you do what I just did with the beggar, you target something behind them and attack. The game does not consider you attack the mob directly, so there's no alignment drop. A handy little exploit. Then I'm just gonna visit the small cave. So the small cave is a exciting place. Any mob that you kill will open up a spot for another mob to respawn, and the one that respawns will be double your level. So when I kill this goblin here, another mob will spawn that will be level 2. So that's why I visit this now, because all the mobs will spawn at level 1 or 2, and when I come back later it'll be much easier if I want to go through this cave. Let's see, we have herbalism and we have healing. That's very nice. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna go to the first village, Terino. Oh, well. And first of all, we are a troll. Well, we did start with quite a bit of food. I'm still gonna buy some more. by the price I can tell which one is blessed and which one is uncursed. So you see here, most of them are 24 gold pieces, so that those are the uncursed ones. Then this 33 gold pieces one is blessed, and anything below 24 will be cursed. Let's see if we can buy some more. One more, yeah. Then we go and pick up some quests. We'll find a tiny girl somewhere who has lost their puppy in a cave and wants us to retrieve it. Also, because we already have the healing skill, I'm gonna take the druid quest. Which is to kill a corrupted druid. And we're not gonna pick up the sheriff's quest yet. Here's the tiny girl. Pick up that quest. And then that's it basically. But now I want to lure this sheriff guy out of here. The sheriff is the only mob who will enter this last line of squares. So if you lure the sheriff out of the village, then you can store your items on the last line here, or the first line, however you look at it. There we go. And then we're gonna find the hidden village and start leveling up. This might take a little bit of time, but that's okay. There we go. We find a well-hidden secret campsite deep in the forest. We want to enter it. Now, this is a nice starting place because there's plenty of rocks and there's really easy enemies, so we can level up and we can get some rocks and start leveling up a missile ability, which is really important because there are some mobs that we really do not want to be fighting in melee. I do have to be a little bit careful, but we have such high strength and toughness because we are a troll. We should be completely okay here. And I'm just gonna pick up all the rocks that I find. So we will have plenty of rocks to throw, and we find a sling. Hopefully that'll happen sooner rather than later. A whip, we can use that to increase our alignment towards lawful. We can whip ourselves because we have been bad, and the gods will I guess they will consider us trying to redeem ourselves, so our alignment will move towards neutral or lawful really, but since we are chaotic, neutral comes first. And I do want to get to at least neutral before I enter Dwarf Town, because that'll give us some nice quest rewards. And actually, I might even go for lawful. We'll see what happens. Start if we even make it that far. But being a troll, I'm always kind of confident with trolls at the early game because they start with such high strength and toughness. So all of these early mobs are pretty easy. And actually, I could even see if we have the swimming skill. Yes, we do some points into it. So if we encounter a river, it'll be easier for us to cross. Then athletics is always useful for more speed. Also dodge will give us more defense value, so we don't get hit so often. But since our learning score is 6, we only get to increase 3 skills at a time at level. Now, since we're not doing a challenge run, we have much more options. We can enter any locations, and we have a much larger pool of stuff we can try and do. Also, being a beast fighter and a troll, we should be getting fairly powerful in melee fairly quickly. So I'm anticipating we should be fine in the early game, unless we run into a ghost and they kill us, because our lifespan is so short that any aging attacks are super dangerous for us. Let's pick up some more rocks, and hopefully one of the goblins will drop a sling for us. Some damage and come back off a bit. But as you can see, we one-shot almost everything. There really shouldn't be any problems here. So I'm playing a little bit careless. I should always switch to coward tactics when I'm not actively fighting. Just do not take any unnecessary damage. A huge rock. We really don't need. Let's see. Some rocks here still. Yep, and over here also. Now I'm carrying a lot of corpses because I want my food preservation skill to go up. And carrying anything that rots will train the skill. So we are super strong, so we can carry a lot of stuff. Let's get this ogre. That's no problem either. Now, any melee weapons really aren't of any interest to us other than selling. So we can always, if we get too burdened, we can always drop some melee weapons. Missile weapons we really want to find some good ones. Okay, and to do that, I'm gonna pick up a quest here to kill a certain raider. Cranach the raider is roaming the countryside, and this quest is really handy because all of the raiders use missile weapons, so we can farm some arrows and hopefully get a short bow. One thing I am a little bit concerned about is if we are tough enough to do it at only level 2. Well, I guess we could risk using a shield, but it might be cursed and we cannot remove it, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna try it as is. Maybe I will go and level up a bit at the puppy cave. This is the puppy cave, or the place where the tiny girl lost their puppy, but I'm not gonna progress through it yet. I'm just gonna try to level up a bit at this first level here, just so that Cranach the raider does not kill us. We should be okay as is, but I'm just playing it a little bit safer. There we go. I'm gonna take some dodge. Actually, 2 points in dodge, and healing never hurts to have at 100 as soon as possible. Also, as a troll, we heal a little bit faster than the other races. And now we pick up the miser talent, so we get treasure hunter next. Also, I did not check which star sign we got. Okay, wolf. Yeah, can't even remember what that is. I think it's one of the worst ones. It probably doesn't have much effect on our game here. Unarmed fighting levels up to 2, and we are on our way. Let's see what we can find here. Also, I noticed in my other videos I well, this is all of this really is mainly to practice my English, and I saw I realized I was using quite a lot of the same phrases. Also, I was talking a little bit like I don't know what the word is, but unenthusiastically, I think. So I'm trying to focus on this that in the future videos, trying to have a little bit more of a better intonation in my speech. Let's see what we can. Oh, there. That is one of the phrases I keep using. Let's see. I wonder if we can actually. Are we tough enough to deal with the ants yet? Room seems incredibly ancient. Can't really remember what that level message means, but well, I do remember enough that it's not really important. Might not even have much of an effect. Okay, at least the worker ants we can kill. Let's see what happens with the soldier ant here. Not too bad. Yeah, I think we can pretty safely go and deal with Granach, the raider. So I'm gonna use him to farm some arrows. Now, in my experience, he will spawn, or you can find him pretty easy at the swamp. Okay, I also find a hydra, which is much too dangerous for us now, so I'm gonna run away. A horde of lizardmen. Oh, I should have actually fought them. I evaded. Okay, let's fight the lizardmen. I should be easily strong enough to deal with them. Yeah. Oh, and we find a bundle of 18 arrows. That's nice. Well, let's see if there's more. This was supposed to be a horde. It did not seem like a horde. Oh well. A group of lost souls. Let's see. Okay, here we go. A group of roving raiders. Now I'm gonna use coward tactics. I'm gonna drop, well, most of my inventory to be unencumbered. I'm gonna leave some food because we will get hungry so often. And the corpses I will keep carrying to train up the skill of food preservation. And yeah, that's it. And now we just run around the swamp and see how much damage we are getting. Not too bad yet, at least. And all the while we are getting shot by arrows, which we can pick up later. And I want to have at least like maybe 70, 80, and 100 arrows would be nice. But even 50 should be okay. Let's see if we can find a nice spot to stay in. So we don't get surrounded by many enemies. And Granach the Raider Lord is right next to us. But I'm not taking almost any damage, so should be quite okay with this arrow farm. Let's see if we can find a spot. Here. I'm looking for any spot that is surrounded by enough water so that only 1 or 2 enemies can surround us. Because these mobs cannot enter water squares. And here we would be surrounded by 3 enemies. It's a little bit too risky for my taste now. But I don't think there is a better place. So... oh, actually here we are. No, 3. Let's see how much damage we take. Oh, it's a little bit of a bad spot also because only one mob is firing arrows at us. But at least we're not taking much damage. Okay, well, I'm gonna switch places a bit. See if we can still handle the damage. Apparently we can. We are a little bit low now, but just gonna be running away, so should be okay. We are regenerating quite quickly. Let's see if we can get some more arrows. We may have run out. None of them are shooting anymore, so then it is time to kill them. And I'm gonna leave grenades last so I can kill these easier ones pretty quickly. Let's take some athletics, first aid, and healing. Raider corpses, if they don't rot before we get to the sheriff, he will give us a gold bonus for bringing them to him. But now oh, Reynats went invisible. Well, that's exciting. So I guess I had found a potion of invisibility. He picked up our stuff and drank it. Oh, and he equipped some stuff. Yeah, okay, that was a little bit careless. I lured grenades on top of the inventory, the equipment stack I left there, item stack, and he picked up a lot of stuff. So that was a mistake, but I think we should still be fine. And I'm gonna use this ASCII screen to just find all the arrows. I turned on auto pickup, and I'm gonna go around and pick up everything. Okay, there's Greenwich. His invisibility ran out. And just gonna go around quickly. All the arrows, items. Burden, but that should be no problem because Greenwich is not damaging us too badly, so we should be pretty safe here. I'm doing it like this because Greenwich always leaves a corpse, and there is a 300 gold bonus for bringing his corpse to the sheriff, so we get some nice bonus gold. And when you kill him last, the corpse does not have time to rot. So now let's see if we can kill him. Yep, pretty easy. Pick up everything, get all our stuff back. Just gonna check the screen that I didn't miss anything. No. And now we go back to the sheriff. Where did he go? A little bit annoying sometimes. So I lose the sheriff, and then the corpses have time to rot. Okay, let's give the corpses first. Oops, I misclicked. Okay, so corpse. Raider Lord corpse goes first. We get 300 gold. And there is a Raider corpse, 100 gold, and then we talk to him, and we have completed the quest to kill Greenwich the Raider Lord, which is nice. So we get some experience, we get 3000 gold, and we are well on our way. This is a pretty good start now. And next we're gonna go to the puppy cave, I think, to gather some experience and hopefully find some items. And now, because we lured sheriff out of the town, we can store all of the items here. And let's see if we have something that I would want to try on right away. maybe the hat. Well, there's not much potential for it to be good. I'm gonna pick up some rocks. Now we get a really nice amount of arrows. I'm gonna pick up the bundle of 73. They're probably basic uncursed arrows. So if I find a bow somewhere, I can immediately start trading up the bow skill. A watery potion, that's a potion of water. Always good to have. And let's take some of this food with us, or actually all of it. On the fortune cookie we can just eat to get a little message. I couldn't read the paper. Of course, we are not literate. Yeah, I think we're ready to go to the puppy cave next. We're not gonna need any of this stuff with us. Yep, let's go. Now I'm gonna... There's a guaranteed lesser vault in this cave. And depending on what the enemies are, you might be able to find some nice items. Oh, and there was another ant hole here. Just kill them for the experience. Taking a little bit of damage. I think maybe I'm gonna try some normal tactics. Taking so much damage and we still kill them pretty easily. I might have to retreat. Yeah. It's a little bit too much. So I think we would need a little bit of more protection to be able to handle them very easily. But we can always retreat a little bit and heal up and go back. Swimming just in case, and more healing. No missile weapons yet. We got rocks to last us for days. Here's the anthole. Okay, a glass amulet, that might be something good. Let's see if we can handle the queen. Ooh, a couple shaman. We need to kill it quickly because they use magic and our mana score is a little bit low. So we cannot resist magic very well. Yeah. Oh, I'm surrounded by two skull giants. Okay. So quickly it's no problem. They do damage us quite a bit though. This is not really optimal. But when we stand on the hole, they cannot come out, and we can kill this one by one. Oh, and I also should always remember to use the first aid skill when we take damage, because even if it doesn't work, trying to use it will still train up the skill. So you should really routinely always use the first aid skill whenever you take damage. And also not be in berserk mode all the time. This is a reoccurring mistake I do quite a lot. We can safely kill another ant. Now the queen does worry me a bit, but usually the queen is pretty slow, so we can run away and use ranged attacks. Hopefully our throwing rock skill is good enough to actually damage the queen. We will soon find out. We're doing some quite nice damage. Beast fighters really, they do get quite powerful quite quickly in melee. As a troll, we have a problem of trolls do not gain experience as fast as the other races. They actually level up really, really slow. It's not so apparent right at the start, but as the game progresses, it'll get really hard for us to gain experience. Okay, it's a little bit bad. Let's see if we can. Yes, we can. We can kill the queen. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just keep progressing down. There is another ant hole. There's a guaranteed ant hole always on the second level of this cave. So that one was randomly generated here. Oh, and it's right next to the stairs. That's actually pretty handy because we can escape very easily to the next floor. So in case we get into trouble. At least the queen is gonna be dangerous because we are already at half health. Let's see if we can that's normal and not get hit so much. Yeah, that's probably better. And another level. We are now poison resistant, which is really good. Don't need to worry about that. Gonna take some healing again. And dodge, I think, is useful now. And now we get the treasure hunter talent, so we find more treasure. And I think we are quite powerful enough for dealing with these ants pretty safely. Let's see about the queen though. Queen might still be a bit dangerous. Lure the queen to the floor above and try to throw some rocks at it. Might be a bit safer. We're already level 5 with our unarmed skill, which is very nice. Now let's see. Okay, the queen is pretty fast, so we're not gonna be able to use range too much, and I'm worried about getting blocked from the other side, so I'm just gonna attack the queen in melee. Yeah, a little bit close, but not too bad. Now we regenerate pretty quickly, so I'm not worried. I can just keep going because there's not gonna be more dangerous mobs on this floor. The queen is easily the most dangerous. And we can just keep going. Trolls are very nice in the early game because you can progress these early levels pretty fast. So we start with such high strength. Also, the Beastfighter class is excellent in melee, so it's a very starter safe class combination. Now the problems begin we get much more troublesome things in the mid game when we start to find more undead with aging attacks, so then there will be trouble. And by that time hopefully we have leveled leveled up our ranged ability so much that we can take care of all the ghosts in range. Okay, a blink dog. Now, it is a very useful trick to name the first blink dog you find. I'm gonna name him Prime now. I'm not gonna kill this one because this one is the one that summons other blink dogs, so as long as I don't kill this one, I'm gonna be getting more blink dogs, and a blink dog corpse will give us teleport control when we eat it. So that is a pretty lucky find. Now we just I hope we can get a corpse from one of them. And I'm moving to a larger room and waiting for it to appear. There it is, and now I just run around a bit and hopefully they will summon a lot of blink dogs for me to kill so I can get that corpse. They're not the most common corpses. And I'm not gonna spend too much time farming here because it's pretty boring. But I can leave the blink dog here and come back later to try and get the corpse. Is this room is a little bigger. Come on, guys, summon some of your friends. Well, I guess they ran out of mana or power points or whatever they use to summon things. Well, I'm gonna move on. I can always come back later. Some arrows. Now I'm gonna go downstairs. Oh, I don't want to kill him. Switch sides. No, please don't appear in front of me so I can exit this floor. Yes. And I'm running around in berserk mode, which is not smart. Potions and arrows, nice. Arrows. If only we just found a bow, we could actually start using our many arrows. We only have a hand crossbow as a missile weapon, and we have no tiny board, so we cannot even use that. But throwing rocks as a there was a trap on the door, and our glass amulet was smashed. Unlucky. Okay, this is a dangerous enemy for us, a gelatinous cube. They have a paralyzing attack, so using range is very much preferred here. And we already have level 3 in the thrown rocks skill, so we get a nice 2-hit bonus already. Okay, a ghost bat, that's really dangerous, so hopefully we can, yes, kill it in range. Or kill it at range, I think is proper. I'm trying to practice my English here at the same time. You heard an eerie wail for a fish. I don't think that is of consequence. Now, hopefully we can find a missile weapon in the large room. There's a guaranteed large cavern in this cave with a high spawn rate of monsters. So if we are powerful enough, it is a good place to farm some items. Oh, another dangerous enemy. A ghoul also has a paralyzing attack and it seems to be faster than us. or at least the same speed. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna drop some of the heavier stuff so I can get unencumbered. There we go. And now let's see if we can get some range. Nope. Okay, this is fairly dangerous now. Yeah, okay, we are a bit faster. At least for one mechanic. Well, not seem too dangerous, but a ghoul can absolutely kill us if they paralyze us once, and then they get 3 hits and paralyze us again and again, and we are just locked in paralysis and we die. No, there are many ways to die in this game, and if you do not kind of respect that fact, you will die a lot of silly deaths. A dark room, well, I am a little hesitant to enter it. So there might be a cat, and we might accidentally kill it, and I don't want to kill any cats if I don't have to. So there was another trap at the door, not too bad. A rope was destroyed, but probably was of no use to us. Anyway, okay. Now just go down and let's see if we can handle this big cavern. This can be a very dangerous level because if there are some summoners and breeders, they can quickly overwhelm you if you are not powerful enough and able. Okay, we'll find a sling. Yes. Now we can start training the sling skill, and it even has a +1 to hit, +1 to damage, so it's not the worst kind. Usually at these levels it will be just +1 to damage. Yeah, now we have plenty of rocks to throw and start trading up. So this one we have to take care of in melee, otherwise it lasts too quick. Yeah, we are off to a really good start. We are pretty powerful to be able to handle this floor, but let's see. Might still get dangerous, so I cannot get too cocky here. Yeah. Immediately I am in a bit of trouble. No, this is not the best place to start training a skill that you have absolutely no points in, because the damage is pretty low and the to-hit bonus is low. So let's play it a bit more safe. Now on the last level, which is the next one, there is a guaranteed lesser vault. Oh, we are sick. Corpse Fiend used the sickening attack on us and we got sick, so I'm gonna retreat because this is a teleport trap. Got teleported back. Okay, I'm gonna try and retreat so I can heal up and get rid of the sickness, hopefully. Now the sickness is really bad because it lowers our stats, and also it prevents our health from rising above a certain level. As you can see, we are stuck at 27 health and it does not go up. So this is a fairly dangerous situation. Also, when the sickness ends, it gives a burst of some damage still, so if our health is low enough, we might die. So we have no way to get rid of the sickness, and okay, this wolf is actually quite tough. Yeah, I think I'm gonna retreat. I'm gonna drop my stuff here. All the heavier ones. Drop some rocks. We can drop arrows. We can pick them up here later when we come back. Okay, we are already unencumbered, so don't need to drop any more, and then we keep retreating, and hopefully we regenerate enough health before the sickness runs out and we don't die. I'm gonna go all the way to the world map. Yeah, we made it here. Let's see if we can handle the sickness. Oh, it might outright kill us when it ends, but... Okay. We did not get a last burst of damage. Lucky. Okay. Now we should be able to continue pretty safely. By the time we get to where we were, we should have regenerated enough health to be pretty safe. Let's eat some rations. And yeah, continue on. These mobs are very dangerous if there are other dangerous mobs around them, but a little bit of confusing. It's okay. They have a confusing attack, as you saw. Okay, level 7, nice. We take some athletics, faster, we take some healing, and swimming. We are taking some damage. Actually, this might be a... This might actually be a good time to cut, and I will continue from here to explore the rest of this cavern, clear the lesser vault. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.